friends, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Angie, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions review on a whole bunch of products. This is not going to be entirely a full face of products, but it is a lot of products, and it is probably most of my faves. So with that, let us just jump into the video. Starting off with my brows are done, my foundation's on, and I have concealer on, and I put it on my eyelids, which I already set with a eyeshadow, like with a skin tone eyeshadow. And the reason why I already did those two things, A, is because I don't have new ones of any of these three things, and B, because I'm also trying out the MAC with Patrickstarr Powder, and I really wanted to make sure that I knew what the powder does, because this is a foundation I love. I'm wearing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, which I love, and the Tarte Shape Tape, which I love. So if this doesn't work for me, it is because of the powder and not because I tried 50 new products on my face. And I don't really bake. I know Patrick likes to bake a lot, but I'm just gonna use this powder in the way that I would normally use it, which usually I'll take a denser brush. It's still fluffy, and I will set it underneath my eyes right here, and usually like in little other spots, and then I'll just use a big fluffy brush to just kind of set my face. I'm a little bit more on the drier side right now, so that's why I don't want to overuse powder. I just want to use it enough to where I look beautiful. So this is a really nice heavy packaging. I really love the frosted glass. And we're just gonna take this little thing off. Oh boy. So this kind of has more of like a pinky, like peachy color to the powder. So we'll see how that picks up on my skin tone. Oh boy. Okay, so we got some on the lid. I'm just gonna take this brush. This is the Morphe E3 brush. I'm gonna set it in there and then just start setting it under the eye. So this is definitely brightening. I can already see that it's brighter. So I do notice that it's brighter underneath, and my under eyes look really smooth. They look smoother on camera because I have the light on, but underneath they look smoother than they normally do, which is a plus. So now I'm just gonna put it on my whole face, and hopefully it'll have that effect on the rest of my face, because I have some breakouts like right here I can see. Next, I'm just gonna take this big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M107 brush, and we're just gonna kind of use a little bit of powder all over. So I think on camera it's actually making my skin look really good, so that is a plus. In real life, like from what I can see in the mirror, it wasn't like a miracle powder, but I think it is gonna be really nice, and I do like the brightening effect it gives. So far I like this. Hopefully it holds my makeup in place really well. Next we're gonna move on to his eyeshadow palette as well. This one, there's two eyeshadow palettes. There's two eyeshadow palettes. I have the one in the shade Goal Getter. So I use these kind of shades a lot, and I've already set my eyelids, so we're just gonna do, let's see, we're gonna do like a nice halo eye going on here. So I don't remember what all the shade colors are, but they're in a palette, they're in the same palette, so it's okay. So we're gonna use this one right here. Maybe I'll put the names on the screen, go into that. So it looks like it's blending really nice. So it is going on pretty pigmented, and the edges are blending out, which I think is one of the biggest deals for me. There's not a lot of kick up. There's a little bit of kick up, which you'll get with most shadows that have decent pigmentation, but it is blending out, which I think is the most important part for me. So now I'm gonna take a denser brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and we're just gonna go into the crease, as well as start to bring it in on either corner to define it a little bit more. Yeah, so one thing I noticed with these is they are pigmented enough where you probably shouldn't like swirl your brush around like 50 times. I tend to be pretty heavy-handed, so I do that. I've been kind of learning to like test the waters and not like just dive right in. That works for a lot of things in life, but sometimes eyeshadow is not one of those things. And I really love the eyeshadow. I think it's good. I think a lot of people can use it, which I think is important. I love bright colors, but at the same time, I probably am not gonna wear them day to day. So it has to be like a really, like it would have to be a palette that I know that I would use all the colors. Like there has to be some sort of like common grounding with like neutral shades for me to usually get a palette of some sort. So I am really liking how these are blending out. So if you're someone who's heavy-handed, these might not be the best. So these blend out really well even when I do have a heavy hand. So that's really good for like people like me. And we're gonna take this very pretty shade right here. That really pretty shade. And this one I'm definitely not gonna like swirl my brush around in because it's very deep and I don't wanna like get raccoon eyes or anything. So we're just gonna kind of start to pack that in on the outer corner, like so. So while I'm putting this on, I would love to know what your New Year's resolutions are. My New Year's resolutions are to try to get more out of the box with my makeup looks, not do the same exact look that I do every single day. So something I'm gonna be doing this year is called Lipstick of the Day. So I have a ton of little like mini products and I have a ton just regular size lip products. So I kind of wanted to do something, and I have so many of these and I don't really use them up. So I kind of wanted to try making myself use a different lipstick or lip color every single day and then having to do a look based around that. So hopefully not only does that get me to kind of like use up some of these products and not use like the same 5 colors all the time, but it's also going to kind of make me have to think outside of the box in terms of eye looks because I don't want to put the same eye look every day. So I'm kind of starting out, one of the lipstick colors, I'm starting out with the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, and I've already tried those before, but I just got a set from Sephora. And I think it had like 8 different colors and I already had 3 colors from her and I really like the formula, so I'm gonna try to use all the different ones and see like what I can do with each lipstick. So if you have any ideas for like themes, or like if you want to see like a nude lipstick week, or like different, like just wear like different red lipsticks all week, give me some ideas down below. I'm gonna do a collab week where I wear all, you know, influencer collaborations. I'm gonna do, what else am I gonna do? Like different brands. So I have like the Kat Von D, I have Tarte. I'm gonna do a glossy lips week because I've been trying to get more into glossy lips. So if you have any ideas, you let me know down below what you think is a good idea. And you can follow me on my Instagram to see all of those looks. So then lastly, I'm gonna use this shade. I'm just gonna use a flat shader brush. I don't wanna use Fix Plus initially to put it on because I want to see how it applies without it, you know? So we're just gonna kind of like dig on in there. I am gonna dive in on this one and we'll just bloop it right on the center there. So I think it applies decently well. I don't think it's like foiled shadow level status, but I think if I apply enough pressure and build it up, it'll look pretty. So yeah, so with shadows like this, I just like to press them on with a flat brush. So I'm gonna just use that brush that I used to apply that outer shade and just kind of blend it in a little bit. So overall for the powder, I still think that my skin looks pretty good. My skin's acting up right now, so I'm probably gonna have to wear this a little bit more to see if I really do love it, but I think so far so good. And for the eyeshadows, I think these eyeshadows are really good. I like the shades. They blend out really nicely. Like they're very nice shadows. So fast forward, I did my under eyes and I kind of lined the lash line, the upper lash line, and the lower lash line. So next is a lash curler. I have not curled my lashes in like 6 months probably because I had a lash curler that I had for years and the little like pad was like falling apart and it was just not good. So I got the Tarte Picture Perfect Eyelash Curler and this duo, like mascara duo, and this is one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. So it looks like this. Ooh, this is like very ergonomic, like we got padding. And this one's nice, it has a spring in it. My other one didn't have a spring. I was like, I think it was like the little like keyholes and I would have to, this is fancy. Well, for me. I'm used to the ones with little holes that I have to manually do it. This one's got like a spring. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. I mean, they look more curled. Will it stay? I don't know. My own hair and the hair on my head doesn't stay curled, so we'll see. Okay, well, it looks like it did curl my lashes. So I guess it did its job. All right, and then now, new mascara. We have the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. So I got this a few months ago in my Sephora Play box. So it kind of looks like the Too Faced mascara, the way the brush looks. It looks almost like it's a wetter version of that one. And that one's a little bit dry for me. Okay, so we're putting the first coat It doesn't seem to be clumping up, which is a plus. I just got some mascara on my eyelids, so that's how that's going. So it seems to just be lengthening. It doesn't really seem to be volumizing, and I have pretty long eyelashes as it is. I don't have like little eyelashes, which I guess I've been blessed with. I actually think this makes a really good lower lash mascara, because a lot of times the ones that I like for my top lashes, because they're volumizing, and that's kind of where I guess I need more help, I guess. And that's kind of what I look for in a mascara. But for lower lashes, sometimes that's not always the best thing, because they tend to clump together, and then I have like 3 bottom eyelashes, which is not the look I'm going for. Would I pay that much for a mascara? Probably not, but I also haven't bought mascara on my own in like, I don't know when. But I do think that this is a good mascara so far. We'll see if it flakes. We'll see if it does anything like that later. So next we have a new bronzer. The Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. Look at the packaging. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is what the inside looks like. So I don't know if this is going to translate onto my face. I thought this was a matte bronzer when I bought it, but it looks like it has little flecks of shimmer in it. I'm hoping maybe those don't show up. I haven't touched this yet. It's untouched, as you can see by its beautiful design being still intact, so I don't even know how this like looks. I know this is one of J Kiss's favorites, so I'm hoping it works for me too. So I'm just gonna kind of like tap a little bit. Becca blushes are so pigmented, like to the point where I feel like they're overly pigmented. It's really hard to blend them out, which is honestly what I was worried about when I bought this. I'm going in lighter, but it doesn't seem to have the same pigmentation as the blushes, which is a really good thing in my book. And I don't seem to have any sort of like sparkle on my face, which is also a huge benefit. So we just got a little bit of a bronze to the face. This is a Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. So I was really excited for this because I love the Tarte Park Avenue Princess matte bronzer. It is so pretty. It was the first bronzer I bought, and I happened to just luck out, and it was a really good one because I don't feel like it's too pigmented. I feel like it blends out well, and it's not shimmering. So there's just all these factors that I love in it. So when I heard they were coming out with a whole collection, I was stoked. I ended up getting this palette for Christmas. It is freaking gorgeous. It's also good because I was running out of my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I kind of wanted something like a little bit different. It's a nice long mirror, but it's tall enough where I can see myself. I hate the ones that are like this big. I'm like, I can't even see my eyes. So this one, I think it's all matte shades, which is fine with me. So these two I'll use for setting the under eyes. This one is kind of a warmer shade, and this one's like a deeper shade. So for me, I can definitely use probably like these 3 to contour, and this one I will definitely use as an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use, I think, Princess Cut right now. That seems to be like a good middle shade that I'm gonna go with. I already set my under eyes with the Patrickstarr Powder, so we're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna add more powder on top of it, but we are gonna contour right now. So I'm gonna go in, I think for my cheeks I'm gonna go in with Princess Cut, and then on my nose I think I'll go in with Carrot. I remember when this was being purchased, the lady said that it's really pigmented, so I'm gonna also be careful. Just gonna kinda tap it in. So that looks pretty good actually. It doesn't look, like even there is like not, I think it's gonna blend out pretty well. So I think that's actually showing up really good on camera. I'm looking chiseled. And we're just gonna blend it out. I'm just gonna use a fluffier brush. And we're gonna kind of drag it up to the temples here. So I think that looks really nice so far. I don't think it looks overly done, but I also think it's because I went in very lightly. So I would be careful with this as well. So basically the moral of this first impressions is don't just jump on into any of these products. You know what we're gonna do? Because I don't ever bake, we gonna bake. So we're gonna go back to our Patrick's powder before, you know, I continue on with everything else. We're just gonna kind of carve out those cheekbones. How do you feel about that? So while that is going, we're gonna just carve out the rest of everything else. So just going back in with that same brush, very lightly, close to the hairline is where I don't want to bring it down too far and give myself like a bronzer helmet. It's not the look I'm going for. And just going down the jaw with like the excess powder. I don't really need too of a defined jaw, but you know, okay. And now I'll just blend away that excess right here. So I think it applied nicely. My skin's a little bit textured, so it's kind of hard to like really gauge it. So far, I think it looks pretty nice. And then, like I said, for my nose, I'm gonna use my tried and true nose contour brush if I ever have. So now I'm gonna use that shade Carrot, which is kind of more of a cooler tone, and just carve out my nose. So I think that worked out really well as a nose contour. It's like actually like my perfect shade to carve out my nose. I think this is gonna be a go-to palette. So I'm just gonna finish up my face and I'll be right back because every other product I have I've used before other than my Kat Von D liquid lipstick, but I've tried a Kat Von D liquid lipstick Sunny before. Don't believe there's going to be a difference there. So I will be right back after I finish this and let you know what I think. And then I'll come back and then I'll let you know how everything is wearing because as we know, sometimes things tend to not look as nice throughout the day. So I will come back and I will let you know what I'm still feeling about these products.
So I failed and I didn't record a follow-up, which was my bad. So I'm gonna leave my thoughts down below. Please go check there because my thoughts did change. So I don't want you to buy something because I thought it was, you know, great or whatever. So just go check down below, okay? And I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.